Hello YouTube family, Greg D here with TGN, and we are back for another DCUO discussion video. And in one of my previous videos from recently, I was asked to do a new or an updated version of what are the best powers for each role at the current moment as of April 2017 pre-stats revamp. So with that being said, number one, this is just my opinion. You may think differently. So I guess, take what I say with a grain of salt. Like I said, a lot of people will have their own opinions about this, but this is what I personally believe are the best powers for each role. So you can take my advice. You can not take my advice. It doesn't really matter to me, but I just want to let you guys know that this is my opinion. And number two is that whatever may be the top in each role may not be the case once the stats revamp comes out, because the stats revamp is going to basically reset everything. So what may be a top DPS power right now may not be so hot once the stats revamp comes out. So just keep that all in mind. So first thing, we are going to try to give you guys like the top 2 or 3 powers essentially for each role. So as far as DPSing is concerned, things that come off of my mind: ice, mental, sorcery. Those are the top 3 in my opinion. In my opinion, once again, sorcery, mental, ice. Sorcery, obviously, you have a lot of potential with grand summoning, the supercharge. You have a lot of potential because you have the DPS pet, and as long as you keep the pet powered, the pet can do a lot of damage for you. So that is great. Ice and mental is one of those things where you can literally just roll through the rotation and just essentially get all your powers going, get all your dots over time going, or your damage over times going. And then you can basically just spam a few powers here and there and keep the damage rolling. And it can hit very hard, like especially with ice. You can do damage so fast and so hard, especially if you're able to spec into might, because that's what your damage will be coming from, is your might ticks, your yellow ticks. So there is a huge potential there for ice and mental. Now, some may say that you can kind of interchange that with like atomic and like fire, because they're kind of the same way, where you can just roll through the rotations. But in my experience and from what I've seen, ice and mental the way to go. Some people may even throw gadgets in there once again, but like from what I've personally seen, sorcery, mental, ice. So for the healer powers are going to be sorcery once again, just because of grand summoning. I know I'm maybe a little bit biased there, but sorcery to me is a great power each way. Celestial is another great healing power. I'm trying to think of. I'm actually trying to think of what all the healer powers are right now. So I probably would say like sorcery or celestial. Honestly, as far as the best healer powers, maybe even nature thrown in there. Electricity kind of sucks right now, so I really wouldn't throw that in there. To be quite honest, as far as tanking is concerned, I think ice, earth, rage, ice, earth, and rage for tanking. By far. With ice, you get like a lot of shields. Obviously, with earth, you get a lot of you get the pet, which helps you tank. Gets helps get the aggros from ads, so that you can, in fact, tank pretty well. And rage has a bunch of great pools, so you can pull all the ads in to focus them on you and not the other members of your alert or raid or whatever you're in at that particular time. So yeah, ice, earth, rage, I would say for tanking powers. So last but not least, we have controller. My personal opinion, in control wise, I've always liked hard light and I've always liked quantum. And I say that because you can use a lot of your powers to one, shield your allies, to help. And there's a lot of like controller debuffs there too. And the big thing that I like about quantum and hard light is the fact that you can stun enemies. and stun multiple enemies at one time. So essentially, you're able to keep like ads, for example, in one place, so that your DPSs can burn the bejesus out of them. So I think that covers everything. Like I said, some people may actually even throw gadgets in there, much like the DPSing, but once again, my opinion, take it for what it is. So let's recap. DPS wise, sorcery, ice, mental. Earth may be even tied with sorcery, but sorcery I think has the slight advantage just because of the supercharge. Grand summoning, in my opinion, and I've said this before, so in my opinion, is one of, if not the best supercharge in the game as far as being able to help you, especially in boss fights, when you're able to basically summon another DPS pet, a tank pet, and a healer pet. I mean, you have all of that help. What's better than that? Okay, so DPS wise, again, ice, mental, sorcery. Healer wise, celestial, sorcery, and throw nature in there, probably. And I think those are all of the actual. Electricity is the other healer power. I think those are all the healer powers, right? I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Yeah. Okay, so tank-wise, like I said, ice, earth, and rage. Some may even throw atomic in there, but ice, earth, rage are probably the best that I have seen. Personally, some people may actually switch out atomic for earth, but once again, this is just judging off of what I've seen, what I've played with. So then last but not least, controller. Once again, hard light, quantum. Because of the fact that you're able to shield everybody, you're able to stun a lot of ads at once, depending on what power set you use. So with that being said, that is what I believe are the best powers for each role as of April 2017, pre-stats revamp. I know I'll get a lot of comments in the comment section saying, no, Earth's not a good tank, it's atomic. No, sorcery's not a good DPS, it's gadgets. I'm totally expecting that. Oh God, can't freaking English today. Let me know what you guys think. And like I've said before in some of these discussion videos, if there is a power that I've mentioned that you may not have necessarily tried in that particular role, like let's say you've never tried to be a nature healer, try it, give it out, see if you like it. Don't bash what I think will work, because you never know. You try something and then you end up liking it. Like when I first started playing the game, I would have never tried to play sorcery, and now I've been playing sorcery for the last 3 years at least 2 years because I love it. So with that being said, guys, we're going to conclude this video right here. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more DCUO content on the channel. And until next time, we'll see you soon.